I'd like to address the piece in the Elk Grove Citizen where Gary Davis, the person hired by CNU to do community outreach, accuses us who oppose their hospital project as embarrassing, low-level, dishonest, and childish. By extension, since Davis is their outreach person, this is also CNU's opinion of us. How dare they insult us? We are citizens who have legitimate concerns about a project we believe will be detrimental to our community and to the west side of Elk Grove. We have legitimate questions, and we have a right to speak out and, yes, to protest. And Mr. Mayor, I think you've already acknowledged that yourself. And for the former mayor of Elk Grove to call our constitutional right to protest childish and embarrassing speaks volumes of the integrity of that organization and their lack of credibility. I'm a Vietnam War era veteran, and I was an investigator for a state consumer protection agency going after bad actors for 20 years who defrauded innocent consumers on their mortgages. And he calls me those names? I believe Gary Davis owes us an apology that is published in the Elk Grove Citizen just as prominently as his insults were. How dare him? Thank you.
I've lived here for many years, as you guys know. I've worked my way from Taco Bell to a nurse practitioner, have my doctorate, and I just have some concerns. I'm actually considering leaving Elk Grove at this point. And some of it is there's a lot of disrespect towards citizens and their concerns. The former mayor, Mayor Emeritus, as he likes to be known as, I've sent him 10 emails requesting meetings. It was the same email string, but there were 10 requests to him. And at every turn, he said, let's talk. So I met him at Riscate with Kathy because, unfortunately, I'm not trustful of CNU or Gary Davis at this point. I sat down and I said, when can we meet as a group? I also extended the same request to Mr. Sewin, and he actually gave us a date and everything. And I said, Darren's coming down to Stonelake to answer questions about what the city's role is in building hospitals. So we'd actually like to have you guys come down. I was told that unless you guys are willing to mitigate, we're putting our hospital there, and we're going to put it there. And if you're not going to mitigate, there's no reason to talk. Kathy was witness to that. I said, Gary, when are you going to come and talk to the residents? Why would I come talk to the residents if you're not willing to mitigate? This is citizens, homeowners, requesting the CNU spokesperson to come and talk to us and give us their side. There's been nothing but lack of transparency. We ask questions, we don't get it. Today we're dishonest, we're childish. I would describe myself not dishonest. I'm looking out for our community. I'm looking out for my children. It's just really disheartening. I can't advocate for my family. Why should I live here? I came here because it was a bedroom community. I came here for good schools. I came here for safety. The city of Elk Grove has disappointed me in the last month. The school districts, city leaders, the police department, and Elk Grove, the former Elk Grove mayor, and these big institutions that are coming in. And I really wanted to share that with you. And I think the sarcasm that you hear from your constituents is because we are being called names and we're being disrespected.
I operate Results Transformation Center at Stonelake Landing. And I've been patiently waiting the alleged collaborative conversations that we're supposed to have. And like others, I'll go on record to say that Mr. Davis, Mr. Wagstaff, Mr. Rosenberg, and the entire staff at CNU have played games, postured, put false information in front of me, and required me to dig as deep as I have and come into contact with some of the people who've spoken today to finally say enough is enough. I do not trust them. There is no transparency in the organization. And they want to talk about saving lives. Let me tell you some statistics. I've helped people lose 500,000 pounds. I've helped over 10,000 people possibly get out of depression, eliminate diabetes, and not have a stroke. Hospitals aren't the only way to save lives. Staying healthy and being healthy is imperative. And we were one of the first businesses to come and resurrect that other ghost mall on the west side of Elk Grove, and we brought vitality to that center. And Mr. Davis went on record saying that CNU has helped us, and your announcement, arm in arm in December, has put an economic downspin in our business because you went and told the community you're going to put a demolishing ball to my business one way or another, and then told them you're going to work in collaboration, which is not true. So when city council, city mayor, and private sector decide to steamroll others in the private sector and claim the greater good, enough is enough. I'm all for hospitals. I'm all for health care. My daughter's entering college in hopes of being a pharmacist, so Lord knows I'd love an inside track at CNU as well. But the way this is handled is not ethical, it's not transparent, and it's not above board, and Elk Grove should be embarrassed.